Good morning guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well today. I thought that we could spend the week together again. I really enjoyed doing this video. Was it last week or the week before? Recently, and so I thought I would do it again. Even though I am going to still call this a spend the week with me. It's Monday today and we're going to do this video until Thursday. I am on a very exciting trip. 2-day trip on Friday. Do I tell you where we're going? We're going to London. So I want that to kind of be its own video. And so because we're going on the Friday, it kind of makes sense to do this weekly video Monday to Thursday, start a new video Friday to Saturday. And then also that's 2 videos for you guys to watch and, you know, spend the time with me. My wet hair is really annoying me. I've had a shower this morning, got myself all ready and everything. And we're going to head out today. First thing that I actually really must do is check that we have the dog's flea and wormer tablets, because I have a feeling that we've run out and he was meant to have them yesterday. Okay, as I expected, we don't have any of the flea and wormer tablets. So that means that first thing I must do today, it's just gone 10 AM by the way. First thing I need to do today is swing by the vets to get them to give me some more of his tablets so that I can give him those this afternoon. I also really want to go to B&M's today because it's my friend's birthday coming up relatively soon. Well, I've got a friend's birthday who's coming up super soon, and then another friend's birthday who's coming up kind of soon, and basically the kind of soon birthday, I'm trying to be really like vague here because I know that both of these people that I'm talking about watch my videos. So the person whose birthday is a little bit further into the future, she has been telling me the things that she's asking for her birthday. And basically from B&M's, I've found a really good idea, which I think would add to that. So this is probably going to give away who this is for. But if you're watching, I'm not even going to say your name, so you're just going to have to presume if it's you or not. Just pretend like you haven't seen anything. So, B&M's have these little matcha and iced coffee glasses. They're giving treats vibes, and I do really like the treats ones, but they're £25 and these are £3. So, obviously, I would be more than happy to get either one. But if I got the treats glass, I'd only get a couple of bits extra. If I get the B&M's glass, I can still get lots of other birthday presents extra. So it's not that I'm being cheap by going, hopefully, for the B&M's ones. It's so that I can still give more bits and pieces to this person as a birthday present. But that matcha glass is what we're going to try and find today. I'm also thinking that I would put some really cute glass straws with it as well. I'm sure you've seen those all over social media. So the plan is to head over to the big B&M's by me, and hopefully they would have some in stock. And then I think I also need to just pick up some bits and pieces like deodorant and boring things like that. And then while I'm in B&M's, I want to test out my new, well, I say my new, it's Cal's new phone, but we're planning to use this as a content phone. He wants to make some golf content. I want to make, you know, YouTube, day in the life, vloggy content. And my iPhone, it's a 14, so the camera's not the best. And the storage is essentially non-existent. I have so many problems with my phone storage. Cal upgraded his phone policy the other day. So he had finished his contract. He was going to go to SIM only for a bit just while he worked out, like, if he wanted a new phone, which phone he was going to choose, blah, blah, blah. So he's moved to SIM only. And then they were like, oh yeah, by the way, you get a new phone, this one, it's a Motorola, completely for free, just because. And I was like, what? How does that even make sense? So we have this phone now between us, and I have no clue about phone cameras, but I just feel like this setup of 4 Like if you've got 4, surely that's a good thing. So I'm going to take this phone to B&M's with me, just because I get a little bit awkward vlogging on my camera out in public. It's a big camera, it's a big stand that goes with it. It's just bulky, whereas, you know, the people with the little Osmo Pocket or the little square Canon ones, PowerShot, Sure Shot, Canon, I think it might be Canon PowerShot, but you know, those are like the little ones that are like this big and you just kind of hold them like that, whereas my camera that I'm talking to you guys on now, brilliant, absolutely love it, massive. So it's not very discreet, it's not very, like, it is in your face. So I'm thinking that we're going to give this phone a test. You'll have to let me know in the comments what you think, if you think it's good quality. If you think it's bad quality, again, please tell me and I'll stop using this thing. But for now, the plan is, like, there's no SIM card in here or anything. There's no phone number that's attached to it. It's literally just going to be used as a content phone. So I feel actually really bougie, the fact that we've got a content phone in this house. Wild. But, you know, it's actually working out really well. It's panning out really well. So hopefully that will be a good addition to the videos. And yeah, that's basically the plan for today. I've also got some more bagels. If you watched the last weekly vlog, you would know that I got a little bit addicted to bagels for my lunch. We're doing the same thing again, but this time we're going to do toasted bagels, scrambled egg, and then just a little bit of chili flakes on top. Sounds absolutely divine. So, do you need a wee-wee? Come on now, let's get you wee-wees. So that is the plan. Down here, purposefully hidden out of shot, I have about a mountain of plates and bits and bobs that I need to wash up. One day we will have a dishwasher in this house and it will be the best day of my life. Can you hear Bingo barking in the garden? I'll have to stop him in a moment. But let's head out to the vets first and then we can keep this day rolling. My goodness, it is getting hot today. It is 23 degrees at 25 to 11. It was almost a bit of a drama, but we have the tablets for the pooch, so I can give those to him when I am back from the shops. So he's only a day late with them at that point, which isn't ideal, but is much better than being any longer than a day late. So I'm listening to Joji in the car as well. I'm going to their concert soon, and by soon I mean not this weekend, next weekend, so that's very exciting. We're gonna head to B&M's now. We are here, we have made it to the motherland, and you know what, I'm actually really excited. I genuinely don't think I could tell you the last time that I've gone and had a look around a B&M's, so I'm actually really excited to go and have a mooch. I have also just had my car beeping at me to say that my tyres are flat, basically, but my car is not clever enough to tell me which tyre it is, so whenever the light comes up, I just have to go around and like pump up each one, but that's really annoying. And also, it's Monday today, so Saturday, I had to get myself a new tyre anyway because it's really bad. It was literally bowled. I was doing a car boot actually, random, and some guy came up to me having spotted my passenger side tyre and he went, "That's really dangerous. You'd get charged like £200 fine if somebody saw it in that condition. You need to go and get it done." So I went and did it that afternoon. But you know, if it's that tyre that's low, I literally got it done 2 days ago, so I am going to be really annoyed if it's that one. But I can't be asked to do that yet, so I think we're going to go around B&M's first, see what we find in there, see if we can spot that mug, cup, glass in there, and then I'll probably have to do my tyres afterwards, which not going to be fun. Very much a blue job, but Cal's not around to help me with that today, so we're going to have to, you know, dig deep and do a blue job against our will. But let's go and have some fun first. We are now on the content phone, so you're going to have to let me know what you think of the sound in the video. The music in here is really loud, but I have found these teddy bear glass straws for £3, which I think is really cute. And I've also found the croissant glasses, so we're on the right track. I'm going to put these in my basket for now, and we'll see if we can find any cuter ones further in the store. Obviously I could be really late to the party, but this texture on these bits is so nice. Okay, this bedding section is the first thing that I've seen. Code orange. Look at the little pumpkins. Brushed cotton as well. I can't wait to be able to put brushed cotton sheets back on my bed. They're probably my favourite. Better than like teddy. I like the brushed cotton. Guys, I'm worried because I think I'm in the correct section for where this cup might be. Because are these like matcha spoons maybe? But we're in this brunch club section, and I feel like this is what it might be part of. Like, we've got croissants and stuff. These glass straws, I can't decide if they're cuter than the bears or not, but I can't see the cups that I'm looking for. We've got cherries and chilies. I mean, this section is literally so cute, but I can't find what I'm looking for. What do we think between the teddies and the brunch? I can't decide. Guys, we're getting warmer. I still can't see the ones that I want though. Code orange is very strong in this corner, and honestly I want to buy absolutely everything, but we have been unsuccessful for the matcha glass. Okay, we are back home now. Obviously didn't get the matcha glass, didn't see the iced coffee one either, even though that wasn't the one that I was looking for. I didn't see either, and you know, I'm aware that they've gone viral, so they're not going to be easy to find, but we're going to keep looking. We've got a full week off of work this week. We're in London later this weekend. Surely I can find this glass. And then, like I say, if not, I'm going to get the treats one instead, but we'll just see how it goes. So I went with the teddy bear straws in the end because I just thought that they were so freaking cute. I don't know who I am saying frickin', but so cute. Shall I put my torch on down here again? I feel like this might have to be something that I keep doing when I put you guys in the cupboard. Because is that easier to see the bears now? Yes. So picked up those. Oh yeah, I nipped into Aldi on the way back as well because we needed cheese and ham. Well, I say we needed. Cal needed. I'll barely eat any of this. And then I picked up a pack of Twixes because these are like the individual ones rather than the big packs of 2, and I like these as a little sweet treat after my lunch when I'm in the office, or like, you know, packed lunch. So I just like those as a little bit of a sweet treat, and I had run out. I've picked up the Airwick Welcome to Sunny Grove spray canisters, which are orange blossom and lime, and I just thought that that sounded like a really nice smell. So let's have a quick sniff. Usually I like to do this in the shop, but there was a guy restacking the shelves right next to me, and I thought he probably won't appreciate if I'm there just, you know, trying all of the... Oh! Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Very happy with that decision. It says that it's a limited edition as well. So if you are into your orange smells, I'm not really getting much of the lime, just really getting the orange. But in general, it's just quite fruity. It's quite summer vibes. So yeah, really glad I picked that up actually. I've picked up some steak skewer twists. I just thought that it sounded like something a little bit different for Bingo. He just tends to have the same treats on rotation, so I thought I'd just pick that up for him. There's only 4 in there in case he doesn't like it, and then he can just have something new for a couple of days. Cal loves some squashies, so I've picked him up these ones. I've never actually seen these before, but these are squashies fizzers, so it's like a little collab between the 2 types of sweets, but he's squashies obsessed. There's probably like 3 packs of squashies in the cupboard right now because the food shop was yesterday, so it's another one for him to add to his collection. And then I just picked up this for myself. It's a little strawberry matcha wafer thing. And obviously, if you don't know already, I am already on my matcha hype. I had another banana matcha the other day. At this point, I don't know if it's beating Blank Street. The Black Sheep banana matcha has my heart. It really does. And then I just had to pick up another deodorant. I love getting things like deodorant, body wash, hair shampoo, conditioner, etc. from B&M's because they're basically the only place that I can find that do like XXL sizes for still decent prices. So I've picked up the Dove Summer Spritz, which is citrus and wild mint scented. So hopefully that's, I missed the hole. Oh, that's really fresh. Although I don't know that I'm getting much mint. I'm also getting cucumber. There is a picture of cucumber on the thing. And that's more so what I'm smelling. So to say that I was going into B&M's for a glass, a £3 glass. I think all of this came to like £15 or something, so that's a little slap on the back of the wrist for me because I'm really trying to be good. It is close to a year away for mine and Cal's wedding, so we're nearly on the 365-day countdown, which is insane, might I add. We've had this booked since 2024. We were going to do a 2026 wedding, but at that point, all of the dates that I would call good dates are already gone. So to be able to get a good date, we had to push it on to 2027. So that's going to be happening next year. And so obviously, it's all just money, it's expensive, like it's going to be such a good day, but we are having to, you know, keep an eye on the pennies and the pounds to, you know, keep life going on, still be doing some fun things here and there, like I say, London on the weekend, things like that. But we do also have to be able to put a considerable amount of money towards this wedding, so it's just trying to juggle everything at the same time, which is difficult. It's not easy, but we are absolutely going to make it happen as well. So realistically, I'm gonna say that it's things that we needed. And you know what, at least when I go into the other B&Ms that I can try and find this week, I won't need to look at anything other than trying to find this glass. So that is the plan for that one. Okay, washing up is half done. I still have the bits and pieces from the pizza oven that we used last night, but this is all what I have cleaned, and there is a few bits that just would not fit on the drying rack, so I'm gonna have to do washing up part 2 later on. hate washing up. If somebody wants to sponsor me that is a dishwasher company, you know, hit me up. That's the kind of thing I need. Because I don't know if it's because I'm tall or if I'm doing something wrong, but the way that I'm like bending over the sink to do the washing up kills my back. That's probably the oldest sounding thing that I'm gonna say today. But we're moving on to lunch first. While everything, I just looked at my wrist and there's nothing there. While the stuff that's on the drying rack air dries for a little bit, and then I can towel dry it after, and then we can do washing up part 2, and then I think the main jobs of the day are done. So I've got a pan, I've got spray, I need my eggs. I have never been as much, oh my gosh, would you have all just seen the light in my fridge? It's going. The light in my fridge is going. But like, sorry, some people probably really would hate seeing a flashing light, but the light in my fridge is going and I don't know what to do about it. I don't know how to replace a fridge light. I don't know where to buy a fridge light. I've even tried to take the light just out in general, just so that I've got a fridge of darkness. Can't work out how to do any of it. Oh my gosh, it's brown eggs again. I feel like this is a bit deja vu, but in the last weekly vlog I did, I was moaning that it was white eggs. For no reason in particular, I prefer a brown egg, and the whole thing is brown eggs today. So today's going to be a good day with my bunch of eggs. I have never been this much of an egg person, but I'm actually really enjoying it. Who'd have thought? So I'm going to toast some bagels, scramble some eggs. I feel like I want some nice sauce on top or something. I've got like a barbecue, katsu, sweet chili, ketchup, brown sauce. I just don't know that anything's speaking to me, but I feel like I could do with a little bit of something on top. Maybe a tomato ketchup, maybe we'll try that. I don't think I've ever had scrambled eggs with tomato ketchup before, but first time for everything. I changed my mind in the end and I went for a bit of sweet chili sauce on top of those. Again, not sure if I've made the right decision, but I just fancied it, you know? So we're going to go and pop this away.
What's up, eating today? I'm going shop because I've got 45 minutes to get to the shop, get back, cook my breakfast.
If you couldn't tell, that was Molly May's new YouTube video that I've got on in the background, but I thought I would just do a little taste test of the strawberry matcha waffle thing. Okay, so this is how we are looking. Why has that suddenly gone so dark? So this is how we are currently looking. Obviously you can see the layers in that there as well. So cheers. It's nice, but I get absolutely zero matcha. I get the chocolate, I get the wafer, I get the strawberry. The matcha is just actually non-existent. Well, unless somebody is absolutely having me on with the colours, the green bit also tastes like chocolate. So essentially it just tastes really chocolatey. Basically, I have been catfished, but in a good way. I like it, I'm enjoying it, I think it tastes really nice, but branding it as a matcha thing, absolutely not. It's just pure sweetness, pure chocolate. Would I buy it again? I mean, to be fair, I kind of would, because it wasn't even £1. It was literally pence. So for that cheap, you kind of can't go wrong, but also it's not what it says on the packaging. I've changed seats on the sofa, but we are still chilling. We are still watching a bit of YouTube, and I've decided that I'm going to do some masks. So I've got the L'Oreal Revitalift Glass Skin Hydrogel Glow Mask. I had a shower this morning, and I always feel like my skin just doesn't feel the best straight after a shower. So we're feeling a bit dry, and so I'm sure this is going to help me out. This is Futna. Absolutely not going to show you guys my feet, but basically I just don't think they're the nicest. I have very typical dancer's feet. I know that I'm not a dancer anymore, but I used to be when I was younger, and it's just something that my feet have never really come back from. They've always been hard skin, basically. So I'm going to just relax with YouTube on. I might even see if I can find something on Netflix, actually, and get to town with both of my masks. And I feel like this is going to be a lovely hour and a half of just pure chilling. I did also see my colouring book in the box down there, which is where I thought this was. So I am also considering doing some colouring at the same time. Very wholesome, but I actually quite like colouring. I feel like I go through phases of doing loads of colouring and then like no colouring. But I feel like when I do, it's just something that I actually find really relaxing. And then obviously it's so much better for you as well than just doing like your typical Instagram, TikTok, social media scrolling. It's not very good for you. So I feel like when I am doing my colouring, I do feel better for it. So maybe that's what I'll do.
Roll relaxation. Because I basically just want this to be sustainable.
Okay, the foot pads are on. I have put some bed socks over the top. It did say in the instructions that putting socks over the top can help just kind of keep it a bit more comfortable. And I would say that's definitely the case. It's felt a bit more comfortable since the socks are on, but it's still a very weird feeling. But we're now also going to pop the L'Oreal face mask on as well. May as well do it all in one go and then be like a whole new woman afterwards. Oh, this is dripping everywhere. I don't have a mirror to do this either, so I'm using the viewfinder of the camera. There better not be somebody coming to the door. Why on earth is Bingo barking? There better not be somebody coming to the door. Imagine. Okay, I think I'm gonna call that a day for fiddling with this face mask. So this is going to be me for the next hour and a half. Hopefully Cal will be home by the time I'm, you know, back in business. Then I'll have to think about cooking some tea later on. So I will see you guys in a while. Good morning, happy Tuesday. We are up early today. It is 8:15. I've already been out and walked the dog, and I've just put a little bit of makeup on, and I'm really enjoying, again, I'll go through phases with this thing, the peaches and cream sun tint. And it doesn't give coverage, but it gives like a tanned colour, if that makes sense. And so that is what's all over my face. And then I've literally only just got on my eyebrows and mascara. So that is the little makeup look of the day. I also have found out this little tie-dye Vans top, and I've just put a bobble in it at the back to tie it up to make it a little cropped moment. And you know what, I love it again. I feel like I've gone through almost getting rid of this top so many times, and now I'm like, thank God I didn't, and I'm wearing it. The bed's pulled out at the moment, so I don't really have as much room to show you guys. But this is the outfit of the day. And we're up early because I have a spray tan appointment this morning. For anybody who doesn't know, I have a little side hustle spray tanning business. So I've got an appointment this morning, or a client this morning, should I say. So I'm going to head over there in just a moment. I need to get my bags together. And then we're going to head over there. Whilst we're out and about, I found another B&M's, which is kind of on the way. It's only like 10 minutes drive from this person's house. So we're going to stop there and do attempt number 2 of finding this matcha glass. And to be honest, that's basically the only plans that I have for the day. So we'll have to see what we get up to. It might just be a chilled one, because I tell you what, I have not been on Pokopia in a hot minute. And there's been a DLC that's just been released. I think that comes out, was it early August? Oh my God, it is early August. Imagine if it's out already. Okay, I'm going to have to Google that later. Either way, we might be playing a bit of Pokemon this afternoon, because that's what I feel like doing. I spent yesterday afternoon colouring, very wholesome, but I think this afternoon might have to be Pokemon instead. So that's kind of the plan. We're going to do more eggs and bagels as well. I completely forgot yesterday that you meant to, you know, mix up the eggs in like a jug or something with a bit of milk, maybe even a little bit of butter if you wanted to. Well, I have realised that I completely forgot, cracked the eggs straight into the pan and then started scrambling, and then I felt confused when I realised there was barely any eggs. They're reduced down into basically nothing. Also, not sure that I was totally keen on the sweet chilli. I think because bagels have that bit of sweetness to them, the sweet chilli on top, it was just a bit much. So we're going to try again today. I don't know whether to just go with just eggs or whether to go, oh, I also buttered the bagel as well. So it was just like sweetness overload. So I don't think I'll butter the bagel, and I won't do sweet chilli. Maybe today's where I try the tomato sauce, or I'll just have eggs on top of dry bagels. We'll have to see what I fancy later on. I really could do with getting my bags sorted out actually. So I'm gonna sort this bag out, get in the car and head to my client's house. Okay, so I forgot to bring my camera with me and I forgot to bring the content phone with me. So all in all, we're not doing well. We're currently on the iPhone and we are now at B&M's and we're going to try and find this cup. We are looking unsuccessful. We've got the croissant ones again, but nothing else. It is now raining, but we have, oh no, which one? Where the hell is it? Oh, it's around the corner of Boots. We have located a new B&M's, so the search continues. Did I lock my car? Yes. Here is the next one that we're going to try. It's still not the right one, but another glass has entered the chat. That's so cute. Not what we're looking for though. Okay, so we are back home yet again. I feel like that looks like a really weird angle. We are back home, still unsuccessful despite going to 2 shops today. I did speak to the one lady in the shop as well, and she was basically like, the big Merry Hill one is where you want to look because they just get like bigger allocations of stuff. And I was like, yeah, I tried that yesterday. She was like, that's probably your best bet. So if they haven't got it, nowhere's probably got it. And I was like, great. But, you know, I still tried the second one today anyway. The one thing that I did pick up is this little candle, which is meant to smell like tomato ketchup. I do not think that smells like tomato ketchup. I think it smells kind of like strawberries, and I know that that feels really stupid to say because the thing on the top does also say that it is ketchup sauce scented candle, but to me that is like the last thing that it possibly smells like. But anyway, picked that up for £2.50 because that's going to be one of my younger brother's Christmas presents. He loves a bit of ketchup, and I just thought that this was something funny to get him for Christmas. So that is going into the cardboard box until December. Now, I don't know if this is just me, but I cannot sit and chill around the house in my normal clothes. So I am in my pyjamas, Hamilton pyjamas. That might be a little sneaky preview as to why we're going to London this weekend. But yeah, just threw my pyjamas on, threw my hair up into a claw clip, and I do feel like this is possibly, I can't really see it, but it feels like the worst claw clip updo that I've ever done in my life. So we're not going to, I mean, like, what's this bit? We're not going to talk about it. But yeah, in my comfies, in my pyjamas, happy to go and play some Pokemon. And also I changed because I've only wore those clothes for like an hour, and I have just kind of had this realisation that I really like that outfit, so I'd quite like to wear it tomorrow. So I've took it off now, so it's basically still fresh. I can wear it tomorrow because more people will see it tomorrow, and I feel like it was actually a good little, it wasn't anything special, it was literally just shorts and a t-shirt, but I feel like it was a good combo, you know what I mean? So that you will see me wearing the same thing tomorrow. You absolutely will. But yeah, for now, I'm just gonna head downstairs. It's only 10:45. I feel like I've had a day already, but it's 10:45. So we're going to go downstairs. I think I'm gonna make myself a cup of tea, and then I'm gonna turn the switch on. I actually don't know how much I'm gonna chat to you guys today because I feel like nothing is gonna happen. So maybe I'll see you in a bit, maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, beautiful boy. You beautiful boy, look at that wacky tail. Are you gonna show the people the real you? Is that what you're doing? Huh? Not all quite what you're cracked up to be. Happy Wednesday. Apologies for not picking up the camera again yesterday. I just feel like, I don't know, it was just a bit of an off day, and nothing that I felt like I could do was really going to shake it. And in all honesty, no reason at all. No reason in particular. I just felt like I needed a day off from everything. So that was when that felt like it needed to happen. My body was like, right, we need to press the pause button. And don't get me wrong, I love vlogging, I love creating videos, I love doing all of this for you guys, but it is still, like, it's not effort in the same way that like a normal job would be, but it's still effort to, you know, think about what you're saying, try and make it enjoyable for you guys watching, and, you know, create moments which hopefully you would find interesting and enjoyable to watch. So it's still like, I don't know, I guess, performative in a way. Like, I'm not really going to come on here if I feel like I'm just moping about and just be like, like, I'm going to try and come on here and be like happy and preppy and excitable, and like, that's the kind of stuff that at least I want to watch when I put somebody on YouTube. So I feel like if I know that that's what I enjoy to watch, that's what then I want to create. Like, I don't want to be like a moaning myrtle or anything like that. I want to be somebody's enjoyment, somebody's like comfort YouTuber, all that kind of stuff. That is the goal. And I feel like if I was just here moping about, it's not going to happen, it's not going to be achievable. So as I kind of mentioned to you guys, just put the camera down yesterday, didn't pick it up again, and to be honest, I think it's exactly what I needed. I feel really good in myself for having done that. And I think, yes, okay, it's not something that I'm going to like show you guys, because also there's like nothing to show you guys. I was literally just sat on the sofa all afternoon, all evening, which isn't probably the healthiest thing to do, but I think that balance and just switching off sometimes, that's the part that's healthy. So that's exactly what I did. Everybody just has to be honest with themselves. Like, if that's what you need, then take that. Like, you don't have to be 100% all day every day, because that's just not real life. That's not human. Like, if you are able to do that all day every day, you're a robot. There is no other way to describe it. You must be a robot if that is how you are able to go about your day, kind of thing. But it is a new dawn, it is a new day, and it is a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. So today it has just gone 9 AM and I'm getting my hair done today. So I have a 10 AM appointment, which I am so excited for. I have been joined by a new friend right up in my eyebrow, and that's not as bad as it was either, because I used the dots for spots last night. One of my most popular videos is from so many years ago, talking about the dots for spots, and years later here I am still using them. I still rave about them. Fluff on my nose somewhere, but I can't find where it actually is. But yeah, still highly rave about these. If anybody is moaning to me about a spot, these are the first thing that I will always say. For myself, I will always reach for. So absolutely love those. So I'm going to leave it off for today because it's obviously not finished yet, but there'll be another spot back on that, or another dot on the spot tonight again, and then hopefully that will sort it out. But it is already looking so much better than it was. And then I'm just going to pop a little bit of the vitamin C skin tint from Garnier on, just because I don't think this is just my hairdresser. I think it's like a universal thing. It's similar to the changing room lights, in my opinion. The lights that are directly above you in a hair salon, they're just not the most flattering. So it's still not going to be the most flattering, but if I put a little bit of makeup on, then I won't look quite as bad, is what I'm hoping for. There we are. And then I think I'm just going to go over the top of that with powder, a touch of bronzer, eyebrows and eyelashes, and then I'm going to call it a day. I can't be bothered to do too much. If anybody has seen my last weekly vlog video, so the one before this one was seeing Matilda in the theatre, and then the one before that was just a weekly vlog like this one. So if you've seen that video, you would know that I went and had my mole removed on the side of my neck, And I thought that I would just give you guys the update because she's looking so good. So obviously you can see where it was, but there is no scab. That's done its thing. And so this is just what I'm left with now. And I am told that the more that time goes on, the more that it will fade and things like that. So she's obviously quite noticeable as like a little scarred area for now, but she's not going to look like that forever. And like I say, the more that time goes on, the more unnoticeable she will become. And then obviously as I naturally catch tans and stuff on holiday and whatever, that will help blend and things like that. And then, you know, anytime that I am really wanting to look my best, then I will probably have a spray tan. So then obviously that will cover it as well for those individual occasions. And I am just so happy with it. Like, I could not tell you guys enough how happy this has actually made me. It is something that I wanted to do. Well, I say wanted to do. I had considered doing since I was a child, but at that age I was way too scared at the thought of what in my mind at the time was like an operation. I know that it's not that deep, but to, you know, little Grace, she thought it was that deep. So I was too scared to ever get it done. And then, so I just left it. And then after that, I had a mole on my boob, and basically it just started changing shape a little bit. And so obviously that's one of the signs that you're meant to look out for. So I went to the doctors and kind of said, look, this is changing. I don't know what you think about it. And they basically said, to be on the safe side, we will remove it. So I was like, fine, no problem. And so I had that done with the NHS, and this is not a moan about the NHS at all, because I am obviously very grateful for everything that they do, but it did leave a scar that was considerably bigger than the size of the mole. Because it was on my boob, I kind of thought, you know what, I'm not fussed about it, because, you know, even if I'm on holiday, I'll be wearing a bikini and that covers up the location of where this is. But then because of the size of that, I had kind of decided that I didn't want that on the side of my neck. So then I kind of thought, okay, there's nothing wrong with this one. It's just that I wanted it removed. So because of that experience, I thought, you know what, just going to leave the one that's on the side of my neck. Out of the two options that I thought were available, I'd rather keep it. And then following that, one day I saw an ad or a post on Instagram, which is the Derma Queen's aesthetic, which is where I then did go and get this removed. Basically, she showed a before and after of somebody who had one like here at the base of their neck. And the before and after was genuinely so perfect. Like, the after was so perfect, you could not see at all where that lady's mole was. I say ladies, it was a picture of the neck here, which I thought it was a woman's, but I guess it could have been anybody's. But the person's neck, you could not tell at all that there was a mole there earlier on, or like previously. And that's what sold it to me. I saw that picture and I was hooked. On top of that, because I chose to do it at a aesthetics clinic rather than like a mole clinic, it was £60 instead of like hundreds. So on all of these mole clinic websites, I don't think I saw anything less than £200, and I think the most that I saw was about £350. So I did do my research. I didn't just go straight to this woman that I saw a picture of online. I did my research, I did my investigations, and it wasn't just the price point that sold me on her one. It was a mix of different things. So for example, she does training in like mole removal, aesthetics, basically anything that she offers in her clinic. She is also qualified to teach and train other people to do those things for like their own businesses and stuff. And so in my opinion, if you're qualified enough to be a trainer, not just a practitioner, you've got to be pretty good. So that was basically why I chose that one in the end. So multiple reasons. It wasn't too far away from where I live either. It was probably like about half an hour, 40-minute drive. So that was like really achievable. So that was basically how I chose who was going to do my mole removal, and I am so happy with it. Like, I can't even begin to explain. I am so happy with it, and I can't wait for it to, you know, start, I was going to say dissolving, like fading, that's the word I wanted. Start fading, and then, you know, you might not actually see anything at all in the future. So I find that really exciting. And one thing that I was worried about was obviously pain. She did give me a numbing cream, which we let set for about 20 minutes maybe. And it helped, or I presume it helped, but I wasn't like completely numb. Like, I could still feel things. So I could feel, it was like a zapping sensation. I would not know how else to describe it. It was like a zapping sensation, and you could hear it. Well, I could hear it because obviously it was right next to my ear. If it was in a different location, you probably wouldn't be able to hear it, but I could hear like the zapping and stuff going on. And honestly, not that bad. She gave me a couple of stress balls, so sometimes I like squeezed onto those, sometimes I felt like I had to wiggle my toes a little bit, but that was as bad as it got. There was nothing worse than like the squeeze or the wiggle. That was literally it. So if you can deal with that kind of level, then it's nothing really. I don't know how I've kind of rolled onto this conversation, and the viewfinder is telling me that I've been speaking for 19 minutes and 10 seconds. So this is a long clip in the video, but it is now 9:20. I'm going to go and grab my stuff together, and we're going to go and head to the hairdressers, because look at this. I can't believe I'm properly showing you guys this, because look at that line. Oh my God. Right, we're going to stop that because let's go and get that fixed. Slide City, slide, see me in a bit. Right, anyway, enough of that before I get demonetised for playing Justin Bieber on my channel. But we are here now, we are at the hairdressers. And I don't know if I've got a bee in my bonnet that I'm unaware of today or something, but why can nobody drive? Like, tests exist, right? I had to do my driving test. Why does it seem like nobody else has had to do their driving test today? And the one thing, I mean, there's been a lot of people bothering me for different reasons on the road today, but one thing that's really bothering me, if you've got two lanes coming like this, and this lane is to turn, or you know what, this stands just in general, but especially if there's two lanes like this to turn, if you're in this lane and you're turning, don't be like swinging it out to make the turn. If it was a tight turn, maybe I'd be like, I get it. But it's not a tight turn. It's just a very normal turn. So why are we swinging our cars out to make a really easy turn? And then, like I say, because you've got two lanes like that almost crashing into me in this one, because you're unable to make a normal turn. Maybe it's a good thing that today I am having my hair done, because obviously that is a nice, enjoyable, relaxing, I think those are the kind of vibes that I must need today. So let's go and chill out. get my hair looking nice, relax, have a lovely few hours, and then hopefully be able to drive home with no problems whatsoever. But thank you for listening to my rant.
Let me actually mark myself in.
This way?
Yeah, this way. And then I'm perfect. Oh no, I'm not. And I just can't move fast enough for like my brain to process.
Thank you. Content secured. I feel a million times better. I always feel like I must leave it too long because that was right down like here. That was terrible. But we're sorted now. We are back in business. As a blonde, my glasses are dirty. Gosh, my glasses are really dirty. That's so bad. And we're going to head home now. It is 20 to 2. Head home, make some lunch, and hopefully try and think about what I'm wearing or what I'm taking away this weekend, because I have got no clue what I want to wear this weekend. So we need to start thinking about packing that, because I don't think I'll have too much time to be able to do that tomorrow, because I'm going out for a meal. But yeah, that's going to be this afternoon's problem. We're going to head home. How long's that going to take me? 27 minutes. Right, let's go. Okay, so I think this is what we're working with at the moment. It is actually this one, which I still think looks nice, but I actually think I really prefer it being like a little over the shoulder moment. So I've just kind of put it like that, and then it just like dangles down the back as well, like a little kind of cape moment. So at the moment, this is option number 1. I did try on the purple cardigan, but that's actually gone into the charity bag now because I decided that I actually really don't like it anymore. So that has been removed as an option. This is an option. I still think this might be an option as well. I'm just in general feeling very uninspired about this, to be honest with you, and I don't quite know how to fix that, you know, inspiration kind of thing. So we're going to keep looking, we're going to keep trying, but this is definitely an option. Okay, we have some more outfit plans. Cal's playing on the PC in the other room, so if you can hear anything questionable in the background, it is him. But I'm thinking that this is going to be my Friday outfit. Potentially I might wear something super comfy on the train, change into this at the hotel, and I'm also thinking that as part of this outfit I'm going to bring this t-shirt with me, which is obviously my Hamilton merch t-shirt. So I think this is going to be the outfit, and then this is going to come with me, especially if it's like a little bit chilly in the evening or something. Then I've got another layer that I can use for that. And then I'm thinking my Saturday outfit is going to be a little bit more casual. So it's just this chocolate brown t-shirt, and then these checkered white and brown shorts. I think these are Marks and Spencer's. Yeah, Marks and Spencer's. Love those shorts so much. So then with just showing you the colours there, they go together so nicely, And then these shorts are super comfortable as well, so that'll be nice for the train journey home. And I'm thinking that those are going to be my outfits. Kind of not initially the vibe that I was going for, given the fact that I was wearing like a mesh cape scarf top thing. So we are kind of toning it down a little bit more, but I'm happy with my choices. I feel like it's going to keep me feeling cool. I feel like the theatres in London, I don't know if they do have aircon or not, but it feels like they don't. So I feel like it's going to be hot in the theatre. I'm pretty sure when I checked it was meant to be like 28 degrees or something while we were down there. London, it has gone down ever so slightly. It says that Friday is 25 and Saturday is 26. So it has gone down slightly from when I last saw it, but those are still pretty hot temperatures. So I'm feeling good with what we've picked. And then also this does mean that with my outfit choices, I only have to take one pair of trainers. I haven't yet decided whether these are going to be my Adidas trainers or my feelers. I feel like maybe I'm leaning towards the feelers. We'll see. I'll think about those, but these are the two trainers that I'm choosing between, and then I would wear these for both outfits as well. So, or I take them both and then I have the option to switch if like one's rubbing my feet after doing so many steps walking around London. So, you know what? I think that is going to be the decision. I'm going to take them both with me. So I'm not going to give you all the boringness of me actually packing my suitcase now that we have decided on some outfits. We're just going to go for it. So what time is it? 10 past 8. I need to pack my case. Obviously there'll be some bits that I can't do until Friday morning, like toiletries, toothpaste, all that kind of stuff. But the stuff that I can pack, I'm going to do right now, and then we will take Bingo on an evening walk a little bit later when, oh, it is cool enough for him actually. It says it's 18 degrees. Maybe I'll do that sooner than I thought, and then I'm just going to be heading to bed really, so I'll see you in the morning. Good morning guys, happy Thursday. We are up and semi-ready. It is 11:15. The day has absolutely flown by this morning and I haven't even done anything. So I can't even say that like, oh, I've been really busy and that's why it's flown by. I haven't done anything, which is really quite bad, but I feel like sometimes you just need a slow morning to wake yourself up, get yourself ready. Also, so obsessed with my hair. I didn't know how it was going to look this morning after having it in a ponytail while I slept last night, but it's literally perfect. So I don't have to do anything to that, which is great. Honestly, my hairdresser works miracles. So I'm literally obsessed. Oh, you know what? This might have absolutely just saved the day. One of the girls who I'm meant to be meeting today. Oh my god, girls, I'm sorry, I've lost track of time. I've just got to sort my hair and my face and I will be on my way. I'll let you know my ETA when I'm leaving, forgive me. Honestly, that is so fine because I needed to leave in probably about 15 minutes. I feel like I've got a little bit more time now, so that's fine. Let's have a slower morning anyway then. Love that. So I'm thinking that I actually want to recreate the makeup that I did yesterday using the Garnier because I really enjoyed that actually. I feel like this video and my other weekly vlog video was like an hour and 20 or something crazy like that. I don't think this video is going to be quite as long just because I'm also not recording Friday. That's going to be part of my next video. So I'm expecting this one maybe to be closer to like 50 minutes, an hour maybe. But in general, these are much longer videos than I think I've ever really made before. So please, please, please let me know if the really long form content is something that you enjoy, that you're interested in, that you prefer watching, because if that's the case, I will make all of my videos where they need to be a bit longer. So like, you know, if I'm just doing a haul or something, that's obviously only going to be like a 20-minute video or something. And I feel like if I tried to make that any longer, it would just be really dragged out and boring. But with the vlogs and stuff, whether it be a daily vlog, a weekly vlog, if you like them longer, then let me know and I can make that happen. Also, if anybody has any camera recommendations, I would love to hear them. I mean, don't get me wrong, my Sony ZFV1, I want to say. Oh my God. My Sony camera, love it so much. Enjoy the sound quality. And it doesn't need microphones either, which I think really makes it easier to do vlogging, because you just want to kind of point and shoot rather than be like, oh, I want to show this thing, let's set the microphone back up and let's make sure it's connected and this, that and the other. Like, it's not the same, it's not as authentic, I don't think. So I think whatever camera you use, it needs to be something with a good enough built-in microphone for vlogging. I think anything that requires a microphone is more of your staged setup kind of content. Basically, every man and their dog has either an Osmo Pocket or the Canon, I think it's PowerShot. And because they're so teeny tiny and so like nonchalant, I feel like those are so much easier for vlogging. Have I had this conversation with you guys before? Because I feel like I'm getting deja vu. Have we spoke about this already, and am I losing my mind? Because I'm sat here doing my makeup feeling like we've already done this before. I feel like I have. So anyway, I'm presuming that you've heard this all before. Moral of the story, if you have a preference, let me know down below what it is and why. Like, why you would pick that camera as your preference. And now I'm going to shut up about cameras because I feel like I'm a broken record right now. But I am really excited for today's plans. I am going to meet a couple of friends from work, and basically the one's just had a new little baby boy, and so it's going to be the first time meeting him. I'm so excited. I'm excited to obviously see my friend as well and make sure she's doing okay, but I'm just so excited. I do have a feeling that this means I don't know how much content I'll get today, because first of all, I want to feel, you know, present in the moment and everything with these people that I'm meeting up with. Second of all, I don't feel like it's appropriate to shove a camera in a newborn baby's face, especially when it's not my newborn baby. And, you know, just in general, I don't think that really makes much sense. So while I'm out today, I might not even take my camera with me, so then if anything does happen that I want to show you guys, I'll just capture it on my phone, because I just don't think I just don't think the camera, the vlogging, the YouTube, that is just not the vibe today. We are all about Mama and her baby. And yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be so stinking cute. The only thing is though, I am not a person who really has babies around me in my life. And to a degree, I don't know what to do with them. Like, I don't know if this is like quite a common thing. I just don't know what to do. Like when they're a toddler, when they can babble and play with toys and stuff, fine, no problem at all. I am more than happy with a toddler. But with a baby, other than just kind of holding them, I feel like I'm always a bit unsure of what to do. How do I make sure that I sit and hold them correctly? Like obviously you have to support the head and everything, but I don't know, I always just feel a little bit awkward around babies. And I feel more comfortable around toddlers. Like with my niece, we were in the garden the other day. I say the other day, this was ages ago. And can't remember what we were playing. Oh, we were pretending that the dogs were monsters or sharks or something. And we had to keep hiding from them and things like that. So that was really cute. I mean, I ran around the kitchen about 1,000,000 times, but that was adorable. More than happy to run round and hide from a dog monster. Like, use your imagination, use your creativity. Absolutely love that. Little tiny baby. Hello. Like, what do you do? And then I actually got complimented on this perfume yesterday. It's the Calvin Klein Eternity Now. I have no clue how old or new this scent is because I tend to get so many for Christmas that I just pop them into a box and work through them through the year. So I'm not gonna lie, this has been under my bed for a while, and when I'm pulling them back out from under my bed, I can never remember which one was first, which one was the most recent. I just pick out whichever I think looks nice. So this literally could be years old for all I know, but I've been really enjoying this scent. And that is going to be the little look done. I will show you what I'm wearing in a second, but it's that play suit from Primark that I almost took to London. So it's this one, but I'll show you properly in the big mirror. So this is my outfit of the day. Just super simple to throw on, this little play suit, romper, whatever you want to call it. But this was Primark, I want to say last year maybe. I haven't seen anything similar this year, I don't think. But, you know, I love it. And I think the tie waist, I could do it a little bit tighter actually, just is really cinching and I love that so much. So I'm going to pair this with my Birkenstock dupes and we're going to head off and see my friend and her new little baby. I can only apologise for the lack of vlogging that I have done today. As I mentioned to you guys earlier, I was out with friends meeting a 4-week-old little baby boy, absolutely gorgeous by the way, and that went on for, I think I was out of the house for about 5.5 hours. I mean, I had a great time, not complaining at all whatsoever, but I was out for longer than what I expected. So happy for it though, had such a lovely day, but was not the initial plan, if that makes sense. And then I came home, we took Bingo out and I sat on the sofa watching Netflix. I watched the Idaho Murders. insane. Feel really bad for the families that never got closure in sense of an answer. Horrible things happened to those people, and I feel like if you are part of the victim's family, obviously never brings anybody back, but the answer that would be on everybody's lips would be why. And the fact that they never got that closure, vile, absolutely vile, as well as obviously the act itself, vile. But a very intriguing series to watch nonetheless. And so that is exactly what I have done with my evening. It is now 11:41, very late night for me, but I was out, well, actually, forgot something else that I watched. I watched the, I can't think what they called it, but H, the rapper, he climbed up Kilimanjaro to raise money for the Down Syndrome Association. So I watched that first, and then I started on the Idaho murders. There's 3 episodes in the Idaho murders, and I got hooked, basically. And so even though it is way past my usual bedtime, I'm usually asleep for more than an hour by this point, I got hooked and just felt like I had to watch it all in one go, especially knowing that I'm away tomorrow. It's kind of like I'd have to wait a while to watch it, and knowing me and how my brain works, I'd probably forget to watch it, and then I'd never get the end of the episodes, the end of the series, the end of the story. So it would always just remain a mystery to me. So I've stayed up, I've watched it all in one go. And so yeah, it's just been a very, very chilled evening. And again, apologies for not bringing my best vlogging self to the table. But as I have said, I am going away tomorrow, and I'm going to be vlogging that trip as well. I am very excited for it, so make sure to stick around, subscribe, whatever you feel like you need to do to be able to watch that video as well, because I think hopefully it's going to be a goodie. So I'm going to head to bed so that I can get ready for that up and early in the morning, and I'm absolutely just waffling on at this point because there's nothing else really to be said at this moment in time. So good night. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate it if you could give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more of my videos, and I will see you guys tomorrow.